VoyMonk vlog number 91. Prince once said in a song, when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, doctor, everything will be all right. Instead of asking how much time, ask him how much left of your mind. I might have got the wording off a little bit, and I'm not trying to be cringy. But, when I hear that song and I hear those lyrics and that line, I think it's pretty profound. I think millions have heard that song. I don't know how many actually hear it when it's talking about going crazy. And I'm not talking about going crazy, but I am speaking about how much of where you want to be, at least in my opinion, is more important than where you are. I think sometimes because we, or at least myself, and I'm talking about myself specifically, when I think about time in terms of where I want to be and what I'm waiting for, I think in my younger years, I think a big part of the rushing was always the anticipation of a lot of things. I think also consequently is as well where my anxiety came from and my major depression. I mean, not solely. I think those are things that I'm genetically born with. It's part of my brain, just like ADHD. But I think that there are certainly conditions that can generally make it worse or make it better. I don't necessarily subscribe to any particular belief, and I'm not here to judge or make any concrete or convictions about anything. But I do think, and I do feel, at least through my experience, that, we exercise so many different parts of our body. And to me, I think the obvious, one of the most important parts is, or maybe the most important part is your brain. I mean, as it being a physical, biological reality, I think just as we exercise our arms and our legs, or we don't, if you're me, in a lot of ways, or have been in a lot of ways, I think the brain also, like many other things that are in motion and movement, and some people say to stay in movement and motion, you have to continually keep moving. I don't know if that's true or not. And I think I find in some cases, certainly I've heard that that's true, that you have to keep moving. But I think it's also, at least for me, a complication as far as my depression, and that being kind of the past and sometimes dealing with that or whatever, to move as far as further away from some of those things as possible. And I think in that pursuit for a lot of it, most of the time, at least like I said, from my experience, it can kind of put me into that loop of insanity. I'm rushing because I'm trying to progress somewhere, but at the same time, sometimes I'll stall or I'll procrastinate for the exact same reasons. And so I think when I hear that line, at least for myself, Let's Go Crazy by Prince, those are the things that I generally think. I guess today, if you have ADHD or major depression and anxiety, you have your good days and you have your bad days. And that there's times that you struggle. And I think in the efforts to be in the presence here and now and doing my best to be content and okay, I've definitely been thinking about that, especially as I do this channel and create content and live just everyday life. So I kind of wonder what you maybe think if you're listening to this, and maybe what your experiences are, and that when it comes to dealing with struggles, having your good days, and sometimes having your bad days. Anyways, until my next vlog, take care.